What's magic?
I trace the word to earthling culture, a mage or mystic experienced in the natural sciences,
Earthlings?
a race from an obscure system, but very fashionable for a time. They had developed the natural sciences to a high degree. This had attracted attention by both spiritual and technological visitors. Scientists and philosophers gathered from far and wide. Their advanced telluric sciences had calmed the planet of the many terrible perturbations suffered by their ancestors, and also generated energy, health, and fertility across the world.
What happened to them?
As always, time passed and their golden days ended. The great telluric network fell into disrepair. The visitors dwindled. All knowledge was lost in the ensuing darkness. Eventually, all contact ended.
Time for bed.
Sorry, madam. Way after my bedtime, too.
Tell me about planet Earth.
I was Luminous Maximus in Starfleet rank, a distinction given to those who have voyaged over 1,000 light years. On journeys such as these, there was no return to friends and family. Never even certainty of a home world to return to. Your crew became family. Your ship the whole world.
And?
Our captain granted 48 hours leave. And after months on ship, fragrance, flowers, spiced food, wine and music, and the famous pyramid cakes, alchemical delicacies. Their architecture was exquisite, every stone adorned with carvings and color. It was heavenly. Many natives considered visitors to be gods. And so many visitors. Races from worlds without number. Visitors were considered special guests and provided with all comforts. Earth's markets offered native plants, animals, and birds, which were of great value to collectors. Exotic off-planet creatures were also offered, some of which escaped into the wild, causing great problems. The humans had a long and extraordinary history. Their priests retained written and oral histories, reaching into the mists of time. He spoke of golden ages and cities buried by oceans. He named many kings who had ruled for tens of thousands of years. Obviously Luminous Maximus like ourselves. Unsurprisingly, the crew's focus on the mission suffered. The people learned of our journey and offered a great departure celebration. I will never forget it.
I want to go there.
Guys, just heard. Relief ship delayed for 3 months.
But we're already on a 3-month extension.
I'm sick of this place.
I want to go home. I won't work anymore. I'm on strike.
Me too.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Sharp drop in production. What the hell is happening? Trouble. They know about the relief ship. Another 3 months is too much. They're going stir crazy. Well, call a motivation workshop or something. Double the alcohol ration. You don't understand, boss. And we haven't had alcohol for 2 months. They called a strike. They're really angry. Better let security handle it then.
Hey guys, I'm in the security area. I hacked into the satellite coverage. I can see right down to the surface of the planet. And guess what? Look at this.
Look, it's a city.
They said it was uninhabited.
That is not a poison atmosphere.
And sunshine?
Hey, dig that transport.
Wow.
They certainly know how to party.
It's kinda retro, but I like it.
Is that alcohol?
We're not waiting another 6 months in this hellhole. We take the freight shuttle down.
We're out of here.
New York was a tough city. I worked on the roads and stayed in a dirty tenement in the Bronx. But eventually many started to take my ideas seriously. My association with Thomas Edison provided happier days. I had a comfortable suite, high above New York, and a warehouse to conduct my research. Late one night I was experimenting with radio wave transmission. Did our planetary companions emit radio waves
To my satisfaction, I learned that they do indeed possess this ability. Then to my astonishment, I heard voices speaking in a foreign tongue, in obvious conversation.
What's happening? They broke into the weapons cell, overwhelmed security. They saw everything on the satellite. The cities, people, everything. They took the freighter. Gone Earthside.
How many?
All of them.
I'm dispatching a security frigate. We're treating this as a mutiny.
So I can go home at last.
Well, yes. But you'll need to manage the new mining team for a few months. Eventually I spoke out. I'm sure they could hear me.
Hello.
What was that?
Are you receiving me? I am receiving your signal. Strange. We are receiving an unidentified radio signal.
The source?
From the Earth. Quite close to your location, actually.
Impossible. The natives have no radio.
America runs on Bolivar time.
For your Thanksgiving pleasure, the Coca-Cola Company and the...
The advent of earthly radio transmissions from a system just 10 light years distant had raised much interest. Earthwatch was formed to document the system and appraise the development of these people. The majority of humans appeared poor and resentful. Conditions were pitiful. A great war had recently caused massive death and upheaval. My research on the causes of this constant misery and disharmony continued, but with little success. It was my infatuation with what was called cinema which gave me my first clue. Moments I thought it was real. That this was actually transpiring, right here in New York. I had read about theater and actors but never seen them. I spent many hours before this silver screen and began to understand that beneath the stories there were often deeper undertones. The creators often glorified negative actions as just and acceptable. We say the power hoarded by giants brings danger, dominance and control.
Her motives are as mysterious as the night itself.
Only later did I learn of Hollywood.
Or will her dangerous charms...
Sitting here, in the dark, alone, isolated, I sensed a hidden, malign influence amongst these people. But what was it?
His riddles are more than mere games. They're traps designed to test the Batman's every...
Earthwatch Laboratory, transmitted 255 seconds ago.
Play?
Carrie, we've finished the survey. Planet suffered 2 massive nuclear explosions. Blew the atmosphere away. Everything died. Except the plants. I'm sorry. But we detected a power source on one of the moons. Maybe there's still someone around? We're on our way out there. Let me know how your research going. Get back to you soon.
I spent weeks going to movies and gradually noticed many strange things. The future offered evil scientists, death rays and global destruction. And always a brave savior. Science was portrayed as all-powerful, even above morals and virtue. Why would one wish to transform a machine into human form anyway? Beneath this created normality I sensed manipulation, misguidance, and a darkness. And then, I understood. New York Public Library, please.
I'm on it. Heard the news? Aliens in New Jersey. Seems they sent the troops in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a grave announcement to make. Incredible as it may seem, both the observations of science and the evidence of our eyes lead to the inescapable assumption that those strange beings who landed in the Jersey farmlands tonight are the vanguard of an invading army from the planet Mars. The battle which took place tonight at Grover Mills has ended in one of the most startling defeats ever suffered by an army in modern times. 7,000 men armed with rifles and machine guns pitted against the single fighting machine of the invaders from Mars. 120 known survivors. The rest strewn over the battle area from Grover's Mill to Plainsboro, crushed and trampled to death under the metal feet of the monster, or burned to cinders by its heat ray. Highways to the north, south, and west are clogged with frantic human traffic.
There you go, lady. That's 20 cents.
Thanks. Watch out for the Martians. Later they said it was all a mistake. But was it? The broadcast had caused panic and fear. It looked like mass psychological manipulation. I returned to the public library where I had already studied much of human history. It always reminded me of home. There I discovered that alchemy, astronomy and geometry were an integral part of mankind's past. Only recently had these ideas been suppressed, bringing about great changes. Always in the background were gods, temples, even sacrifice. Finally I found it. The Bavarian Illuminati. The world's most secret society.
Call from Carradine, transmitted 256 seconds ago.
Put it on.
I found a lead. Peruzzi Company of Florence. The first bank, which also invented credit. In 1345 all banks went bankrupt, led by the Bardi and Peruzzi companies. Nations collapsed. 35 to 50% of Europe's population died of poverty and disease. However, this failed and evil system could not be suppressed, but is still in use to this very day. But their greed had no limit. Secretive bloodlines joined forces in schemes of conquest and plunder. Their power and stolen wealth spread across the globe, and became consolidated amongst small groups. But with one master: City of London, British East India Company, Rothschild, Bank of England, Rockefeller. Gold currency, replaced by paper bank notes. Worthless, but a powerful drug for the masses.
In 1929, overnight, the bottom fell out of Wall Street and millions held their breath as their savings melted away like ice under the summer sun. It was a time of despair, suicide, and panic.
Things are looking pretty grim.
Your report is unsettling. There's something dark, cunning, something unseen spreading illusion and untruths. Why do they suffer this abuse? We're in orbit. The signal originates from a monolith on the surface. I'm taking the shuttle down. There's more asteroid than moon. The sensors detect internal cavities and numerous entrances. No sign of life. There it is. I'm going down. See you later, Carrie. Wish me luck. The entrance is clear. This ruin is in better shape than anything on the surface. Are those gold?
They are bronze alloy.
Why are the exteriors always designed this way?
Perhaps to show the building's importance, or to conceal what is within.
I was just thinking aloud.
I was just answering aloud.
Scan.
Dead human in pressure suit, security door, and a probable security card.
Got it. But I'll never get through that. Whoa! It looks pretty lively. Can you get a link?
I have established a link.
What is this?
A vast historical archive of the solar systems.
Who built it?
The builders were called the An.
Were?
They left or perished long ago. You have been granted administration access.
My lucky day. I saw it all.
My research is insufficient for a full report. I need more time. Earthwatch will make that decision. But for now, I'm going home.
Hey, Carrie, hop on board.
So this race, the An, colonized and ruled the Earth for 400,000 years. But why?
The atmosphere of their home planet was depleting. Earth had the required resources.
But never enough, I presume? And they used the humans as slaves?
Worse, they genetically altered some to work in their minds. Yes, against all codes. Their proud cities strewn across the inner planets for a span of time exceeding even our own history. Finally, a dispute arose amongst the ruling elite. Weapons of mass destruction were unleashed. The two cities were destroyed. The destruction of Mars signaled their end. Due to the atmosphere, those on Earth suffered a decreased life expectancy, making a long stayover very undesirable. Transmissions ceased soon after. No further data.
But why not use machines?
Machines don't worship their creators.
You mean, they did that? Have you transferred the data to ship memory?
Insufficient memory. The amount of data is enormous.
It's a very small moon. Can we take the moon with us?
Yes, but at 1.5 trillion tons, acceleration would be drastically reduced. You would not arrive at the destination.
Oh, well, make a short extract of key dates and events. Look. It's Daddy. I was given the obligatory medical scan at Spaceport. I was in perfect health. No earthy infections were detected. Home again. It was so good to be back. I submitted the first of many reports to Earthwatch. I drew attention to the Mars scientific artifacts and the massive moon database. I also reported my suspicions concerning Earth history and the terrible effects of the An invasion. This caused great consternation and debate. I also requested funds for a second expedition. And then, in true bureaucratic style, we waited. Age was an awkward and embarrassing situation, and new friends had to be made. My concern for events on Earth did not diminish, and my research continued. However, I was happy to return to my previous life and pleasures. I think I'm gaining a greater understanding of An history and culture. Let's run through our major points.
1. Gods, priests, and overwhelming technology reduced the city dwellers' will to submission and reliance. 2. Endless disputes and wars between the Ans scarred the planet. Weapons of mass destruction were unleashed. Earth was ravaged. The 2 Martian cities were destroyed. 3. The Igigi construction crew, the workers, rebelled against the forced labor and long exile. Beguiled by the beauty of the daughters of man, they took them as wives, birthing the Nephilim abomination and breaking moral boundaries. Long-lived and of great stature and strength, these creatures had no respect for life. Their greed and savagery spread misery across the land. They built great stone cities, temples, and statues, and devoted them to their own worship. As generations passed, traditional nature worship faded in the cities, the old spiritual centers replaced by blood sacrifice and war. Worse, genetic experimentation ran wild. Monstrous beasts spread across the earth, inflicting death and misery. 4. The elite, threatened and their power waning, took flight but cleansed the world with a great deluge. 5. Their disputes spread into the
So
soul.
they left?
They chose those of certain blood to act as kings, caretakers, and await their return. The Ans' laws and control of resources guaranteed this bloodline total control. According to records, the first 8 kings ruled for 241,000 years.
And they still have influence today?
There is no more data. All contact ends.
Time passed, and eventually I met with my future partner. The twins followed soon after. Years later I was invited to Earthwatch. I was ecstatic with their decision. The council considered the expedition an urgent priority and would provide a full science crew. Additionally, a new research ship was being constructed for the mission. It was agreed I should head all further research into a deeper understanding and diagnosis of the human condition. We were on our way. Our return to Mars was accompanied by great excitement. We were installing connections to Phoebus. We discovered it had been recording all earthly transmissions from the start. We had 40 years of human data to work with.
Sunset Strip, 77 Sunset Strip, 77.
Extraordinary crimes against the people and the state have to be avenged.
It seemed the dark isolation of cinema had been replaced. The violence, triviality and advertising had now entered every home, with television. Our examination of Earth's moon raised many surprises. We were aware the neighboring Crest Union had a small base on the surface. They included several highly developed and peaceful races and many others like ourselves. Our home alliance awaited inclusion, but it was a lengthy process. We had no reason to fear them. Regardless, protocol demanded we signal our presence. We did so, but kept at a polite distance. So an artificial satellite like Phoebus?
Exactly.
And its composition?
Outer layer predominantly cobalt, titanium, nickel, uranium. We have it classed as a small colony.
Scan the surface.
Scrap, wreckage. Ruins. Ancient structures. I'm detecting a high rate of aerial activity.
Show me.
There. 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 There are too many. I can see many extensive mining and processing centers.
Let me see. Transporting metal to other systems makes no economic sense.
There is no need if you're sitting on the most concentrated resource base in the solar system.
So the Earthlings are not alone?
No, there's much activity around the outer gas giants. There are dozens of cities. This is not a small colony. He sends vast internal cavities generating heat and gas.
The cities continue underground?
In every direction.
Scan the interior.
Against protocol.
How many people?
Probably billions.
On an airless rock? You're kidding. And what do they eat?
The area here. This is the power source.
A fusion reactor?
Yes, but very large. It would provide all their needs.
Wait. That area of light. A city. But unlike the others. And there in the center, a statue?
It is a habitation, but it dwarves all around it.
How high?
30% higher than Earth's highest peak. Uninhabited. Extremely ancient.
And the moon?
Older than the Earth. Construction on such a scale implies great urgency and determination.
And why Earth?
An ideal parking spot, possibly to generate energy from Earth's massive oceans, to provide winds, rains, and endless hydraulic power.
Earthwatch would be very interested in these revelations. It was obvious the moon beings had no contacts with the Earthlings, and members of the Presence would not interfere with another world. We decided to remove the moon from the list of suspects. Did the An really depart, or did they continue to have a hidden presence on Earth?
We mapped the entire planet. Ruins, subterranean cavities, and the ocean bottoms were all scanned. The team gathered correlating data from Deimos. We were surprised to learn that the humans and others had been around for much longer than we had thought. But I located only one possible target. In a very isolated place, I detected a power source.
Rothschild Island. A pyramid?
Yes, almost as big as those on Mars. Rockefeller Plateau, height 666 meters. Scanning large radar facility.
Rothschild Island. There it is. Armed security. I will search for other exits. I have an ultrasound scanner on board. Drop me off.
Spacesuit required. Minus 40 degrees outside. Spacesuit checked and ready.
Nuclear power. Air pollution. Chemical contaminants. Very powerful radio emissions. Heavy electromagnetic smog. Huge mountain interior. Dozens of natural tunnels and emergency exits.
Mapping.
And the snow. It's just a hologram. I see a large surface structure.
Coordinates registered.
All very secretive. I shall take a closer look.
Extravehicular activity is not advised. The humans are armed and seem potentially hostile.
I will be discreet.
If you enter, I will be unable to protect you. You could be seen.
I have passive defense.
They have projectile weapons.
The answer to all of this is in there. I feel it. My sense of intuition will lead me.
Very well.
Guards. I want the lowest secure area. Guide me.
Straight ahead for 500 meters. Be careful. Most personnel are sleeping, but there are guards on patrol.
Give me the layout of this place.
Warehousing offices and data centers. Keep going. Man ahead. Large residential zone, very busy. I can see a way around. Beyond are hangars, war machines, laboratories.
War machines?
They have very destructive technology. The Presence shared records with us, many nuclear tests, many races alarmed. The Presence offered alternative technology, but it was refused. As a result, the planet has isolation status 1.
But we're here?
Yes, but we are not yet members of the Presence.
And what's this?
You do not want to know.
Security. 2, 4, 6, 8. Maybe it works for all the doors?
The lowest level is reached by an elevator just beyond the pool.
Pool? Wow.
There is some sort of ramp ahead.
It's closed.
Go left. Looks like a high security area. You're in.
Actually, you were allowed in. But you may not be leaving. Such a prized specimen is very rare indeed. Please, take a look around. This may be your new home.
May?
You will hand over your ship.
Or
we will keep you instead for our gene research program.
I won't agree to either.
Perhaps your ship will.
Captain? Captain?
Take her to the laboratories. And be careful. It's worth more than your miserable life. Your ship seems very concerned for your safety. Guard, I have changed my mind. Lead her to the guest quarters.
Captain, straight ahead. We have to get out. I am pretending to negotiate. Are you okay?
My legs are partially paralyzed. Using spacesuit.
Turn right.
I don't believe this. Get me out.
Override engaged. Let's get you out of here.
No. I was right all along. They exist.
Recording evidence.
Pitiless. Evil. I will break them. I will find their weakness.
Captain.
Ooh. What's happening?
These ice tunnels connect to the main reception area, which is surveilled. We can advance through their blind spots. Can you walk?
Yes.
Our negotiations just came to a disagreeable finish. They know you escaped. Keep going. Beyond the large space ahead is an elevator to the top level.
What is this?
A very large three-dimensional atmospheric heater.
The what?
A variety of effects on life and the planetary balance, none of which are positive.
Like?
Stimulation of earthquakes or hurricanes, transmission of bacteria, weather control, mind control.
Commander, we have a breach of security in the residential area.
What is the threat level?
An extraterrestrial specimen has left the area.
Extraterrestrial specimen?
I need that body.
Issuing code red. Lockdown procedure initiated.
The elevator to the military quarters.
What is that item?
A sporting implement, I assume.
It may be useful.
We don't have time for athletic pursuits.
No. As a means of self-defense.
Violence is a code violation and should always be avoided.
Damn code violations. You're not being hunted and you don't die. Imprisoned, a potential vivisection victim in a genetic house of horrors.
I'm sorry. I will take control if we run into trouble.
Word is, something broke out of the labs.
Another deserter?
No. Some sort of green alien. Eats brains. Shoot on sight.
Sir. Estimated arrival of Secretary of State 5 minutes. Security is in place at the landing area. Baggage team deployed. Awaiting further orders.
This is Pan Am Geno 552. How may I help you, Commander?
We have an emergency situation here. I cannot guarantee the safety of the Secretary. I advise that you turn around and proceed to the nearest safe haven. Over.
Sorry, old boy, but we won't be going anywhere without a refill. We're running pretty low.
Perhaps I can help.
Who is this?
Look at your radar. You may see me occasionally.
Confirmed, Commander, directly over the base. It's huge.
I demand the return of my crew member.
I am not authorized to negotiate with terrorists. Or non-humans.
Deliver my captain to the entrance, unharmed, or I shall destroy your base.
You're bluffing.
Your Secretary of State's vehicle is next, and then your base.
We have an evacuation request for the Secretary of State of the United States. Proceed to the landing field. Over. Loud and clear, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
This is my final warning. Open the main door. Release the captain. This is my final warning. Open the door.
Very well. Open the blast door. Stand down.
Stand down?
It's coming out.
Shoot for the tentacles.
Hello, boys.
She ain't green.
It's a chick.
Dateable.
Probably not.
Wow.
Stand down is cancelled. Red alert in progress. Shoot on sight.
Take out the guard. Good. I will distract the others. Now take the elevator to the top. Captain's log. Retrieving captain from surface. Activating medical services. Current prognosis critical. Abduction, illegal imprisonment, attempted murder.
She survived.
Barely. She is recuperating in the medical bay.
Judicial analysis. Earth has no affiliation with known treaty organizations. We have no jurisdiction here. Local laws apply. Captain was trespassing.
Unrestricted genetic experiments.
No jurisdiction. Attack detected. Defense system activated. Explosive projectile deflected.
As acting captain, request prompt response.
Denied. You have no legal course of action. Protocol demands you withdraw and desist.
Very well.
We have full power.
Unidentified intruder located. Target locked.
Warning. The standing wave transmitter is active. We are being targeted.
Taking low-level evasive maneuvers to exit area.
Wait. The base is directly beneath the target.
Terminate. Terminate.
Sir. Sir.
He's not responding.
You've been recuperating for 5 days. You're slightly better than new. How are you?
Bit stiff. Feel fine. So what happened?
You suffered multiple injuries, broken bones, concussion. Your sense of intuition did not prove useful.
So you rescued me?
Yes, the base is gone.
How?
They pierced the crust beneath the mountain. It flooded the honeycomb of ice caves below. Millions of tons of pressurized subsurface lake water rose. The mountain and base collapsed into the lake below, destroying their secret technology and genetic experimentation.
But why?
They directed their weapon at our craft, but hit their own base. It is not repairable.
Then breaking every bone in my body was worthwhile. But this was a dead end? We gained no further leads.
Sadly, this investigation provides no further clues towards our investigation. The perpetrators remain hidden.
And they are now aware of our presence. I started with 2 questions. Had a genetic mutation been introduced? The team combed through known historical bloodlines and lineages, charting the major families of influence across time. I made a list of major suspects. The Ant did not share their advanced technologies with the natives.
No, but even amongst humans, science is concealed amongst the elite. It was rarely shared. The great libraries were destroyed countless times. Knowledge bred power and riches. The advent of mass manufacturing and industry brought with it the slavery of banking and consumerism.
Selling trinkets to the natives?
Trinkets at least have some intrinsic value.
My people knew of no dark dimensions, but we also lacked the perception of many humans. It was also hard to grasp. But finally something clicked. 3 friends, associates and Satanists. Alistair Crowley, Satanist and British spy, would summon a demon named Iwas to gain information. Jack Parsons, co-founded the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, Satanist, rocket scientist, inventor of solid rocket fuel.
With L. Ron Hubbard, Parsons invoked the Babylon, an entity that would birth the Antichrist.
Did Parsons receive scientific favors from this entity?
Probability is high. Jack Parsons co-founded the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which led to NASA's Masonic roots.
Other examples?
The psychic Vril Maidens claimed communication with interdimensional beings who would gift technical details and plans for advanced technology. From this, Nazi scientists rediscovered the universal energy field forbidden by the oil cartel. They call it the ether.
Imagine. The greatest gift of the universe, forbidden. And this NASA?
The Nazis had a heavy occult influence. The CIA Operation Paperclip recruited Nazi scientists. They shared their expertise in rocketry whilst continuing to develop exotic technologies in South America. They are currently involved in the Apollo Moon Project, much in the news.
It seemed malevolent beings sought influence, or even to enter, the earthly realm.
Rockefeller, General Electric Company, Standard Oil, National City Bank, Chase and Manhattan Banks, Kuhn, Loeb and Company, General Motors, Ford, many financed both sides in the recent world wars.
Didn't Albert Pike predict 3 world wars?
That claim cannot be verified.
Tell me more about him.
Able to read and write in 16 languages. A 33rd degree Mason, founder and head of the ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Grand Commander of North American Freemasonry. Top leader in the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, author of Masonic Handbook, Morals and Dogma of the Ancient and Accepted Rite of Freemasonry. Pike was said to be a Satanist.
Is there more?
He indulged in the occult and apparently possessed a bracelet which he used to summon Lucifer, with whom he had constant communication.
Obviously a radio device. And Lucifer?
Lucifer, category demon or devil, possibly a high-born Anne.
The humans call this superstition.
The doubters. But rituals, the occult, ancestor worship, spiritual beliefs have never faded from their history.
Maybe magic is just a science we don't understand.
Perhaps.
I was captivated by their music. So fresh. So free. But tonight it pierced my emotions. My heart was aching across the light years. Every day I felt guilt, and suppressed it. All for the noble human cause. What was I doing? Years lost, forever, in the depths of space. Would they ever forgive me? Away just 40 years and they had fought yet another world war and discovered and used atomic weapons. There really seemed little hope, but we pressed on. Milkshake and fries. I was back. TV, unlike cinema, sometimes allowed people to express themselves.
There was no electricity. In the night at the beach, you looked up and saw a continuous dance of Roman candles. There were no clocks, except, every 15 seconds, the surf broke down the beach, and came canting along the strand, the ticking of an ancient timepiece, which ourselves have been listening to for millions of years.
Was this poetry? Was he describing an ocean, and the stars? It seemed money was the root of all evil, both by those who had too little, and those who had too much. I was shocked by the prison system where confinement to a small cell could last years or until death. But the rich financiers were rarely punished for their crimes. I realized Tesla's eavesdropping of radio conversations were obviously an early use of radio by financiers to rig stock exchange prices across the continent. This implied that the Illuminati controlled not just hidden wealth but hidden technology. But from where? I heard about the Theosophical Society. That they had a vast library of books on everything mystic. I joined and spent weeks on end studying the various occult mysteries. Finally, totally confused, I sought guidance from the organization's founder. I explained I was a stranger looking for answers. I sensed he was aware I was not of this world, but untroubled, he gave this brief answer.
It is sometimes estimated that the average human being in those early cave periods, life was probably about 10 years, maybe a few more. Many of them didn't reach majority at all.
How did this develop?
Gradually we find the rise of various beliefs, probably some of the earliest sort of shamanistic, the belief in spirits and ghosts. All these believings came not from a carefully studied or planned exploration of nature. The human being was very much like a castaway on a desert island. He had no resources available to him except what he could contrive with his own ingenuity.
So this was an ancient science?
As time went on, there was inevitably a demand for some type of organized faith. Faith in realities that were not visible. But how was the primitive man going to analyze invisible realities? How is modern man going to analyze them?
Good question. And the answer?
Actually, it all seems to have arisen within the person himself.
It all seems to have risen in the person himself. So despite the vast human knowledge concerning the occult, it seemed that ultimately, the answer came from within. Spirits, sorcery and magic were unknown in our culture. Did we even have such ability? I knew that some humans possess the ability to see interdimensional beings, a natural ability which we do not share. I read histories of encounters with fantastic beings and creatures. Then I found the teachings of Don Juan, a Yaqui way of knowledge. I needed guidance, I needed a shaman. I was aware of Earth's vast biodiversity but had spent all my time in the city. I was delighted to discover cats and dogs, I seemed to attract them and made many friends. But I was unprepared for the rainforest. I journeyed through the night, and arrived on another planet. Every inch of the forest crawled with life. Creatures, birds and insects combined in a grand endless symphony and fresh air thick with oxygen. My fear of what may lie in the shadows was soon overcome by awe and wonder. We had many life forms but, not like Earth. I was overwhelmed. I heard distant chanting and remembered my mission. The shaman. I stumbled through the vines and flowers to a small clearing. The shaman. Her eyes fixed ahead, but aware of my presence.
You see.
She seemed to be expecting me.
Partake.
An alchemical concoction. Possibly toxic. I had traveled too far to refuse. Now follow your heart. I stumbled into a corner and felt a strong urge to vomit. At dawn I awoke.
Your friend awaits.
My kids. I have children. This world? Or another? Which world is here? I have traveled without a ship. And this place loves me. A friend. You wish to spend time with me? What is it he knows? Is he leading me?
Carradine.
We are the keepers.
We see across time.
Your path is intertwined with ours.
Together we may deliver humanity.
Once again, servants of the darkness tempt man through spirit invocation and ritual in exchange for arcane knowledge.
A dark future approaches of dominance, control, and power wielded by blind servants.
And what do they want?
To absorb all consciousness
into their dark simulation.
They despise the very spark of life, loathe free thought, and transform life to machine.
And their weapons?
Transhumanism, machines which think and make all decisions. The replacement of all which is good by that which harms and wills. Your role will bring true progress and knowledge to humanity and banish the darkness. Open technology, shared knowledge, and AI built for freedom, not chains. You will need our assistance. We will meet again. Follow your heart.
A water planet. But they call it Earth. My home world has 3 small satellites causing gentle tidal effects. But this ocean? Immense. Dangerous. Cleansing. The moon's eternal thundering assault against the lands below. I remembered the poem.
There were no clocks, except, every 15 seconds, the surf broke down the beach, and came canting along the strand, the ticking of an ancient timepiece, which ourselves have been listening to for millions of years.
I had much to think about.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall.
had changed. My powers of perception had greatly increased. But I had also gained a strange link to synchronicity. Often a link or connection to my current thoughts would arrive instantly. I could often sense correct and false information. It seemed I was following my heart. This greatly improved my research. I recalled my earlier research into banking, and consulted the ship for conclusions.
Fractional reserve banking, or what you refer to as money from air, became established as a permanent parasitic institution by powerful banking families.
And the motive?
I cannot say, but the result is needless poverty, ignorance, and suffering.
So they wish to control the world?
They already do to a certain extent. But control of human thought seems to be the main agenda.
I was captivated by their music. Old and new, even bad, I found it so invigorating compared with the strict rules at home.
Who knew that life was but a joke? But you and I, we've been through that. And this is not our fate. So let us not talk falsely now. The hour's getting late. Hey!
I wandered unseen amongst the adoring and submissive humans. Their minds numbed. Their obedience silent. Complete. And I saw the masters of this cruel, cold world. The demons of mankind's nightmares? Science or superstition? And what was the root of their power and deception?
Earth is once again exhibiting a wide spectrum of signals at an exponential rate.
Their signals spread ever outwards into unknown regions.
They do not remember their past mistakes.
They are ambitious.
An ambition matched by a reckless lack of caution.
They seek knowledge, but once more worship the arcane sciences of the darkness.
We stopped them once before.
Yes. And we shall do so again. As is our duty. I require a Voyager to deliver a message.
Let it be me.